Tom wants a job as a signalman on the railways. He is told to meet the inspector at the signal box. To find out how Tom would react under pressure, the inspector asks him, "What would you do if you realized that two trains were heading for each other on the same track?" Tom says, "I would switch one train onto the other track, thus averting a disaster." "What if the lever broke?" asked the inspector. "Well, I'd run down to the tracks and activate the manual lever," said Tom. "What if that had been struck by lightning?" Then, Tom continues, "I'd run back into the signal box and phone the next signal box." "What if the phone was engaged?" "Well, in that case," persevered Tom, "I'd rush down out of the box and use the public emergency phone at the level crossing up there." "What if the public phone was on fire?" "Oh well, then I'd run into town and get my Uncle Bill." This puzzles the inspector, so he asks, "Is he in the fire department?" "No, he's never seen a train crash." "When I was a little kid, I thought this little piggy went to market meant it went shopping." It does not. A woman is at home when she hears someone knocking at her door. She goes to the door, opens it, and sees a man standing there. He asks the lady, "Do you have a vagina?" She slams the door in disgust. The next morning she hears a knock at the door. It's the same man, and he asks the same question to the woman, "Do you have a vagina?" She slams the door again. Later that night when her husband gets home, she tells him what has happened for the last 2 days. The husband tells his wife in a loving and concerned voice, "Honey, I am taking a day off tomorrow so I can be home, just in case this guy shows up again." The next morning they hear a knock at the door and both ran for the door. The husband whispers to the wife, "Honey, I'm going to hide behind the door and listen, and if it is the same guy I want you to answer yes to the question because I want to see where he's going with this." She nods yes to her husband and opens the door. Sure enough, the same fellow is standing there. He asks, "Do you have a vagina?" "Yes, I do," says the lady. The man replies, "Good. Would you mind telling your husband to leave my wife's alone and start using yours?" If your girlfriend starts smoking, you should slow down and use some lube. 11:45 Arrive at the crime scene. 11:45 Examine body, signs of a struggle. 11:45 Found murder weapon in storm drain. 11:45 Realize watch is broken. Please smash the like button, and subscribe to my channel.